In this video, we're going to discuss an ashwagandha strategy that you can take right before you go to bed to really turn on a good solid sleep that actually has you waking up feeling like you're rested and therefore gives you better brain performance. But I also want to talk about ashwagandha in conjunction with racetams and other nootropic compounds to use it basically in both ways coming up. Okay, here's the deal. We're going to do some product pro real quick, but the main thing I want to get across to you folks right now is that Cortex, you can get Cortex, our powerful pre-made nootropic stack, very powerful stack. If you respond well to it, I mean, it'll be the best pre-made stack you've ever taken and might even be better than, I mean, for a lot of folks, it's better than Racetams, better than modafinil, and I'm not making this up. I mean, we target very specific systems with Cortex, particularly neurite outgrowth, dopamine receptors, and acetylcholine receptors, energy, speed of processing, motivation. You can get it for $24.99. Okay, this is what you do. Go to livecortex.com, add a bottle of Cortex to your cart, enter the coupon code 5, that takes it down to $24.99. That right now until November 9th, okay, November 9th, that special is going to be running. And that is because we took the price down to $29.99 from $34.99. And then if you add the coupon code 5, that takes it down $5 more down to $24.99. Okay, so look, for those of you that buy lots of Cortex or buy Cortex, this is the time to stock up, buy a couple bottles, use the coupon code 5, that'll apply to each bottle. For those of you that have not tried Cortex and want to try Cortex and you're sort of waiting or whatever, get a bottle of Cortex stack now, use the coupon code 5 and you'll get it at $24.99. That's dirt cheap compared to what it normally is, and it is a great stack. You are going to love it. That's all for Product Pro because we just had to talk about Cortex because this special, I just got to get it out to folks. You guys got to get it. And again, we're going to run this for a week, but thereafter, I don't think we'll be running a special where it's that cheap again. So if you buy Cortex, buy a bunch of Cortex now and stock up because we've got to re-up on product. So we won't be running specials thereafter, at least that low. Anyway, so let's talk about ashwagandha and using it both as a, in conjunction with cholinergic nootropics like racetams, but then a very particular strategy that I use to calm myself down while I'm sleeping, to get more restful sleep and to wake up more refreshed and like totally awesome. Number one, I want to say that what we're talking about here is the basis of a podcast that we're launching today. It may have already launched already, November 2nd, 2017. On ashwagandha and a nighttime strategy, but also combining it with racetams. That is episode number 43 of the Cortex Labs Nootropics podcast. So check it out on iTunes, check it out on livecortex.com/blog, and you can find the podcast on both of those places. We're also going to upload it here on YouTube. But I wanted to just do a video about it too because it's so powerful. Number one, the strategy is this. All right, ashwagandha, the Ayurvedic herb, that lowers resting cortisol. That's like its dominant method of action in relation to calming you down. You take really the dose range is 400 to 1500 milligrams total. I think most folks are going to find that 1 gram is adequate for this strategy, but you'll have to titrate. But I'll give you my strategy so that you understand, essentially a template of what to do. 1500 milligrams of ashwagandha an hour before bed. That is it. Okay, 15 milligrams ashwagandha an hour before bed. I don't do this every day. Sometimes I'll take weeks off completely of doing that particular strategy for a good solid sleep. But I'll tell you, when everything else is right and I do that strategy, I sleep through the night soundly. I wake up the next day profoundly relaxed. And I feel so good and so rested. It's like waking up to a country view of a bunch of trees and deer in the view, like eating grass and being all peaceful. You just go, It's a really good strategy. And then it allows me to really ascend into my day, my productivity, factor of the day, really, really significantly. So I go get more done. My brain feels good. I'm just in a calm, good place. So that's essentially the strategy. Now, some of you wonder about mechanisms. No question, this is due to ashwagandha lowering cortisol. Okay, cortisol, which is a stress hormone, peaks in the morning. Okay, so if you wake up and you wonder why you wake up and go, oh shit, everything I gotta do, oh fuck all the problems in my life, oh, like we all do, you are not alone. You are not alone. I do it too. But this helps that significantly, and that's because I'm postulating here, but it seems pretty clear that it's plausible that I'm pretty right. This is because you've lowered resting cortisol. when you take ashwagandha, the night before, that's what it does. I mean, that's one of its main mechanisms of action. Okay, so that's the strategy. It works really well. Employ it if you will. The other thing to talk about, though, is that ashwagandha does work in lower doses in conjunction with racetams and cholinergic nootropics. Not in higher doses, though. So you got to be very careful. Don't take a gram of it and then a gram of the gram of aniracetam or something, right? The ashwagandha is going to tone down that stimulation, and you might not get what you want out of it, which is productivity or speed of processing. But I would say that like 15 milligrams Noopept, 400 milligrams ashwagandha, great stack. Calming things down, but still have the functionality, right? A gram of oxiracetam, 400 milligrams ashwagandha, great stack. Okay, 150 milligrams phenylpiracetam, 500 milligrams ashwagandha. Great stack. Those are all strategies that I use that I think you can use to apply it. The major point there is that, yeah, you can use low dose ashwagandha with stimulating cholinergic nootropics to get a good background calm while maintaining the functional benefit of the cholinergic nootropic. Okay, employ those strategies, use those strategies, and that is all I got for you. I am your host, Hulk Hogan. Oh, by the way, like those ending, we did Macho Man Randy Savage the other day, because we're going to do funny dudes. Like we might do the Ultimate Warrior next or something. I was a fruit fly. Yeah, Cortex at $24.99. I can't stress it enough. Okay, look, if I don't tell you what to do, you're not going to do it. Go to livecortex.com. All right, this lasts till November 9th. Don't wait though. Just do it now. Okay, add a bottle of Cortex to your cart. It's $29.99 right now, but if you use the coupon code 5, it takes it down to $24.99. Again, for those of you that buy a lot of Cortex, just buy 3 or 4 bottles. Buy as many as you can because, again, we're not going to run a special where it's this cheap for a while because we have to now reinvest back in another batch of Cortex because we're expanding so quickly that we just have to keep buying more bulk Cortex to sell Cortex, okay? So get that at livecortex.com, $24.99. You cannot go wrong with the most powerful pre-made stack. A stack that's being called the only stack that works, a stack that's used by Wall Street day traders, a stack that's used by professional business people, not just in America, but everywhere. We're talking about Australia, South Africa, South Korea, the Netherlands, Spain, Malta, India, everywhere in between, people are using the Cortex stack to include Brazil. People in Brazil take the Cortex. Professional people, nootropics people. Anyway, I'm rambling. You get it. Livecortex.com. Make it happen. Thanks for watching. What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Bauer here. Hey, thanks a lot for listening to the video. Thanks a lot for being here. But check this out. If you want to take your nootropics game to a different level, to the pro level, we've got 4 major products for you. Number 1, the Noopept Pro Stackless. I think of all of these, it's the Noopept Pro Stackless and the Racetam God Guide, which we're going to get to in just a second, and we explained in the video, that are the most advanced guides out of our guides. The Noopept Pro Stackless is a digital guide that explains a bunch of powerful sublingual, oral, and nasal Noopept stacks. It also has 20 bonus Racetam stacks. The gist of it is, look, it took me a long time, 4 years of concentrated experience trying to find the best Noopept stacks, putting them in a digital guide. It's like folks try for a while to find a good Noopept stack. They're like, you're weighing stuff out. They're adding different ingredients in. They can't quite get it right. I figured them all out. I figured the God stacks of Noopept, and I put them in the Noopept Pro Stack. Let's get that at livecortex.com. It's digital. Then the Smarter, Better, Faster guide, as you see right in front of you here, that is a guide for new folks. If you're new to nootropics, look, any of these guides will suit you, but if you're new to nootropics, this teaches you everything. Choline sources, racetams, stacking racetams, phenibut, research chemicals, modafinil, everything in between. Smarter, Better, Faster is a very powerful, information-dense, it's also a lot of stacks in there, digital guide you can download for anything you have. Then the Racetam God Guide. This is a little on the advanced level, but still, anyone could take it and get the stacks from it, and then can go implement those stacks, make those stacks, capsule the stuff, the ingredients that we've got laid out in the stacks, and then get a benefit from it. It's got 80 plus pro, highly advanced, super effective Racetam stacks. We got aniracetam, piracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, nephiracetam, coliracetam, fasoracetam, all the major 8 nootropic racetams in that guide. And then the Cortex stack. The Cortex stack is really like, look, if you're really looking to take your nootropics game to another level, I created that stack to give people an idea of what nootropics really should be. The pre-made stacks that were out there were not that effective. They just weren't. The companies and the folks that own those companies, I'm sure, are great. They just weren't that effective. So I created a stack that was like blowing my mind and allowing my brain to really function well during an 18-hour period building a business. I then converted that to a commercial stack. It is called Cortex. it is strong. Okay, get all that stuff at livecortex.com. That is what you got to do if you really want to take your nootropics game to the next level. Get these guides. Get all these guides. If you're new, get the Smarter, Better, Faster guide. If you want a Noopept stack list that's highly advanced and surgical, get the Noopept Pro stack list. If you want some Racetams stacks that are extremely effective, situationally specific, get the Racetam God Guide. And listen, thanks so much for being with me. Go to livecortex.com and get these products. And my friends, be epic and achieve more.